Resistance Training 101 by Taz and Pro Athlete. So what will be discussed today is an introduction to resistance training, what resistance training is, the physiology of it, and who can benefit from this kind of training. The function of resistance training is not merely going to a gym and lifting weight. It has a bigger scope. It is essential in sports performance, exercise rehabilitation, post-operative procedures where you need to get back to normalcy, and many more. So resistance training by definition is any physical activity that causes the muscles to work against an additional force or weight. Benefits gained through resistance training beyond bigger muscles and strength would be lowering body fat, better cardiovascular health, better management of sugar levels, and reduced risk of injury. When considering muscular movement in terms of resistance training, skeletal muscle can function concentrically, isometrically, and eccentrically. A concentric contraction is when the muscle shortens while performing an exercise. For example, from the starting point of a bicep curl, when you bring the weight up, the bicep muscles are concentrically contracted. Isometric contraction is when the length of the muscle while performing the exercise is unchanged. For example, when you're holding a plank, it's an isometric strength exercise. Eccentric contraction is the lengthening of the muscle while performing the exercise. Considering the bicep curl example again, when you're bringing the weight down from the top, the bicep muscles are being eccentrically contracted. The common misconception about resistance training is that you need to go to a gym and lift heavy weights. But by definition, resistance training is that your muscles working against a force or a weight. So this can be your own body weight, this can be lifting a bottle, this can be anything where the muscle is going to work against the weight. Therefore, many people can benefit from resistance training, such as the general public in terms of their health problems, professional athletes to enhance their performance, to get back after surgery, for kids at a very young age where they learn the fundamental movement skills, during pregnancy where there's evidence where it is beneficial, and it's mainly for the older population to avoid certain problems such as osteoarthritis. In the previous slide, we explained who can benefit from resistance training, and in the next few slides, we'll explain how each of these groups can benefit from resistance training. In terms of the general public, resistance training can help improve muscle strength, tone, improve flexibility and balance, improve stamina, improves posture, which can reduce the risk of injury, and overall it can give you a lot of confidence and improve the sense of well-being. In terms of the older population, the biggest problem is the wastage of muscle due to age. Therefore, with resistance training, we can help maintain due to the hypertrophy component of resistance training. So how it helps it eases the pressure on the joints as the muscles are stronger, and therefore the function is much easier. Resistance training is an essential part of sports training. It reduces the risk of injury, increases power, increases coordination, increases overall sports performance, but best of all, that it gives you self-confidence in the sport that you perform. Resistance training is avoided by kids because it's perceived as lifting weights at the gym. On the contrary, resistance training can be done with your own body weight. And therefore, there's many benefits such as improved motor performance, improved muscle strength, especially at the growth stage, helps with certain pediatric conditions, improves bone density, and overall improves body composition. Exercise during pregnancy has caught up within the last 5 years, where you see more women exercising during pregnancy. Further, doctors prescribe exercise unless it's a complicated pregnancy. And during this time, if resistance training is adopted as a mode of exercise, there are many benefits such as reduced incidence of gestational diabetes. It can help with weight management. It can reduce the incidence of preeclampsia, reduce risk of lower back pain, ease in labor, and most of all, improves mood. Even after pregnancy, it can help with posture, helps with mood improvement and postnatal depression, which is quite common these days, improves stamina and strength, and best of all is if you have pregnancy exercise, it's easier to get back into post-pregnancy exercise and get back to your normal life as soon as possible. The only concern is that it should be done through a trained professional under the guidance of a doctor. Injuries can be classified from minor to major injuries depending on the severity of the injury, and these will be managed through doctors and physiotherapists. And after the injury has been managed, getting back to everyday life or sport depends on how good your strength training or resistance training program is going to be. Doctors recommend a certain amount of strength training to be done before surgery, because after surgery most likely those muscles are not going to be used for some time until you get back to normal. Therefore the level of atrophy or the level of depreciation of the muscle is higher. So that at that point before surgery, resistance training is very important. And right after the surgery, the doctors recommend physiotherapists to start strength training immediately so that the muscles are activated and you can get back to sport or get back to your normal life as soon as possible. Thank you very much. We've come to the end of the presentation for Resistance Training 101. If you have any queries, please feel free to contact us. Our contact details will pop up on the slide below. Signing out today, once again, I'm Thanur Abhewardhana, exercise sports scientist of TAS and pro athlete.